Today we're gonna be speaking on how accurate is archaeologists and scholars, historians. Because I just want to break down and go into detail because I believe we take what they say in history and archaeology as facts, like it can't be inaccurate. Like what they say, we must take it as authority and not question it. And I'm gonna show why that's not correct. So let's get to what is archaeology and what do scholars do first.
Archaeology, physical evidence like tools, ruins, and bones, is often considered less consciously biased, as artifacts are not created to advance a specific political or personal narrative. However, it relies on interpretation of often fragmentary data and is not an exact science. Scholars, historians, documentary evidence, analyze written records which can provide specific details about motivations and names, but these sources are frequently subjective, written as propaganda, or incomplete.
Archaeology is basically studying of fragments, bones, um, artifacts to determine a culture that may have been in that area. Scholarship is writings, also reading fragments that archaeologists have found, and just sources, maybe like of people who say they was around the person that they're researching, right? But you see that it says archaeology is not exact science, which is physics, mathematics, astronomy, and chemistry. Mathematics being the most accurate. Um, then it's telling you scholars are not always accurate because of the propaganda, which I'm going to speak. It's going to explain all the way at the end, but it's talking about the biasness, the politics that come involved with these things, or trying to push an agenda. When I say agenda, meaning to push something that they'll want you to believe and they're deceiving you with. But let's get to which one is more accurate. Like if both of them are contradicting each other, which one should you depend on more? Let's see.
Neither archaeology nor textual scholarship is inherently more accurate than the other. Rather, they are complementary disciplines with different strengths and biases that, when combined, provide the most reliable understanding of the past. Limitations: both fields can fall victim to bias, such as revisionism, assuming the past is a certain way, or using evidence too selectively to support a pre-existing theory. Application: in studies like biblical archaeology, some evidence validates the historical existence of places and people, while in other areas, evidence is lacking, making it a subject of ongoing debate. Ultimately, the accuracy depends on the caution and objective approach of the individual researcher, rather than the field itself.
So it's saying archaeologists as scholars, you need to put it together. They go together because you can look at the artifacts with the fragments, with the bones, with the writings, the ancient writings, right? But it also say talk about propaganda. The propaganda is talking about how politics get involved, deceit, biasness, how people look at ancient cultures, and when they look at the ancient cultures a certain way, and then they find something that go against their agenda, they try to push it under the agenda that they want it to be. So these are things that people have a problem with when it comes to scholarship and studying archaeology, because these people are still humans, right? So they are still under governments and under politics and under biasness and under how they want ancient history to look like. So when you hear me say ancient history is not 100% fact, and I can't believe everything they say, this is why I say